And now, after the lovely time that was short 12 and 13, we have to go back in time a little bit. We have to once again endure the lingering presence of chaz. Once again, we are subjected to chaz. We have to deal with Chaz. Chaz is here, he's singing a song. Oh, hooray. Hooray for us. Isn't that lovely? I'm being exaggerative a little bit. I quite like Chaz as a joke that's being played on the audience, right? I liked the Chaz funeral short because it's a huge shitpost where the joke is on us, right? It's a great April's Fools. But I am also of the opinion that I don't want much more of him than that. It's like, yes, April Fool's joke, that's good. We can absolutely have Chaz as an April Fool's joke that he shows up and he does his thing. And then outside of that, best if he's dead, actually. Best if he's just like, I'm fine with him not showing up ever. But he gets a song. To my understanding of it is that Chaz's voice actor more or less wrote the song on his own or came up with the idea and then pitched it very heavily to the team internally, and they all thought it was fun, and they all, like, the team signed on and said, this is a really fun thing, let's do this for the fun of it. And then, like, that sort of became a little short on its own, which is a lovely thing. I'm very pleased with that. I'm glad that the voice actors can do that, can pitch these things with storylines for their characters and things, and get that made into, like, a full thing. I do think maybe releasing this one right after the Chaz funeral thing was probably a bad idea from a publishing perspective, because it immediately overloads the audience on the joke character. Like, the audience goes, okay, it was fun one time, but if twice means that there's a pattern emerging, I don't want this, right? Because I certainly saw that sentiment going around this, like, yeah, okay, Chaz was fine, like, the one time, but could we please move on to literally anything else? And it is a thing, like, I do genuinely believe Chaz is fun. He's fun on occasion. Like, I think he's a weapon that needs to be deployed sparingly. And I do think that you can overload the audience with him very quickly. It's sort of the same way that, like, you know, Deadpool in Marvel things is, like, Deadpool is fun a bit, right? Like, a little bit, a Deadpool doing some snarky bullshit a bit is fun. That's fine. That's a good time. He's over there. He's, like, part of it. He's present. That's fine. Deadpool as a main character in Marvel things, on the other hand, it very quickly sort of gets to the point where you kind of go, okay, yeah, I get it. You're funny. You're breaking the fourth wall. Okay, cool. Wow, ha ha ha, you made a pop culture reference. Great. I get it. Right. Which is why, like, the best stories about Deadpool are the ones where he has, like, where you can tell that he's using it as a coping. Anyway, that's a separate discussion. Chaz is the same way. Chaz is fine if he's there sometimes, right? If he shows up a bit as, like, a background gag, or he has, like, a little joke episode, or an April Fool's, any more than that, it starts to get too much. So let's go get way too much of Chaz's load all over us. Let's go do that.
Shark boy summer, looking for a lover and another, and your sister and your brother, and he won't stop.
Caramel dancing? Really? Okay, yeah, fine.
Gets wicked 'cause he's a shark boy and he's got a big dick. Yeah, that's true, but sharks got two. So I got a big dick and a small one too. So you can take your pick, choose the one that fits, or choose the one that don't if you can take it.
For fuck's sake. Lovely background work, I will say. Really leaning into the neon glow to get that deep deep sea theming going. What's it called? Bioluminescence. And as usual, lots of fun background character designs happening here. I do think, like very much like when you open this shit with fucking caramel dancing, you're signaling that this is about to be cringe, and you have to either embrace the cringe or get the fuck out. because that's the space we're in. Little background details. Like, I like that this imp has an injured tail. Like, they've clearly lost their tail, and that's just like a part of the character design. I quite like that.
He's a shark boy and he's got a big dick. Yeah, that's true, but sharks got two.
Also, immediately with bisexual representation, very good.
So I gotta.
Again, I wonder the extent to which the background characters here are like animators' OCs. Because there is a certain specificity to some of them that feels like these are like crew OCs that are being like peppered in there. I will say, we're retconning a little bit. Chaz being considerate enough to care if someone can, like, accommodate his size. That's not what he was like during that fucking... during the episode. Like, during the episode, the impression we got of him is like, yeah, I have a big dick, and that's literally the only thing. So, we're retconning Chaz's character here. Like, this is gonna have devastating consequences for the fanfiction and the wikis. Yeah, they're doing the bulge. Boy, howdy, are they ever.
Rolls down the strip and I drop top. And like my car, I'm trying to get your top off. Because my naked butt is burning on these leathery seats. I want to sit up on your shirt so it protects me from heat. Jump on.
It's a very sort of Lonely Island type of beat, this.
Sit up on your shirt so it protects me from.
Like, it feels very much like something Andy Samberg would rap. Quite like the background. I like the jellyfish thing, especially, that they've got going on here.
Protects me from heat. Jump on my paddleboard. Using my dick for an oar. The big one, the small one's all yours. Catch a wave. Not talking about the ones in the sea. We're catching waves. Some sluts, they want to have an orgy.
Fucking God. And of course, the door is 69. Oh my God. Again, though, nice character designs. I can ignore Chaz and just look at the background characters.
Lobster claws on my nipples. Hey, flamingo, when you're done cleaning my toes, won't you give my starfish a nibble? Yeah. Shark boy summer, looking for a lover and a
Who is this Cthulhu-ass motherfucker? Huh. Squid person, I guess. Yeah, appropriate reaction to Chaz.
another and your sister and your brother and he won't stop till his chest gets wicked cause he's a shark boy and he's got a big dick.
Huh, subtitles are a little bit desynced. You know, I never thought about it before, but he does share the gills down along the sides of his body thing very much with Vox. Of all people. And of course, yes, it's a cock. Do you get it? It's a dick. It's because he's a cock. Because cock. Because penis. You see?
Summer feast, juicy melons, fresh cherries, and a plump ass pea.
What's it to your pizza? I was hoping we could see the menu, but oh well.
Nuts so milky as I. Pineapple sweet with a scaly rind like me.
Whoa, Jesus Christ, what the fuck are they doing here? Are they just straight up rotoscoping that over a Fortnite emote? I think they might be rotoscoping a Fortnite emote. Props to the animator on this one. They went fucking hard. They animated Chaz on ones. And like full animation on ones. And God, they paid careful attention to the twist of his tail. right? Like the way they let it drag and like follow the sway. That was an animator who just, I hope they got paid extra for all those fucking frames, because that's a fuck of a lot. Holy shit. And like the thing is, this level of animation smoothness is so completely out of step with the entire rest of the thing. Nothing else is animated like that. And clearly it's deliberate, right? Like they're doing it on purpose, making it incongruous and kind of weird so that it stands out, but it's a good little visual gag. Like, what the hell?
With a scaly rind like me, papaya so ripe, it's gonna get messy. Why is every summer food just so damn sexy? So let's bone, come on, don't blow it. Like summer, it'll be over before you know it.
And of course, like, it'll be over before you know it. Great, that pickup line, right? Again, very Lonely Island-esque.
I'm finished.
Got a big dip.
Shark boy summer, looking for a lover and another and another, and your sister and your brother.
Breathalyzer. Ha ha ha.
He's a shark boy and he's
Got a big dip.
Okay, sure. I do like that, like, everyone visibly gets more and more sick of him as the short goes on. Like, Chaz is like, he can get you in bed one time, and then after that, it's like, no, like, he can fool you once, and then never again. They are keeping that in mind, that like he's a loser forever and his nature is to be a fucking loser. And if he wasn't, then he wouldn't be like, then he wouldn't be fun at all if he wasn't a huge fucking loser. If he wasn't kind of a pathetic fuck up. Chaswick Thurman declared still missing. Yeah, sure, why not? Because, like, Chaz as a character is mostly interesting. Like, in the episode where he shows up, right? He's interesting as a part of Moxie's dating history because, like, it's so clear that the only reason, literally the only reason Moxie gave him the time of day is because Chaz was, like, maybe the first person in his life outside of his mother who'd shown him any positive attention whatsoever. Right? It's like, with the dad that he has, with the life that he was leading, Chaz was like the only dude who was dopey and stupid enough to try the world's most, like, cheeseball shitty pickup line. And Moxie, so starved for positive attention and romantic attention of any kind, goes, right? Like, and immediately latches on, right? And it's like, Chaz is someone who can, like, exploit your curiosity, whatever vulnerability you have, like whatever good faith is in you. Chaz is the kind of guy who like can grab onto that and use it to get like what he wants for a while, and then he sort of crashes out without really understanding why. And he's interesting as a character in that regard, like the way that he can be used to illuminate the failures and insecurities of other characters, like Blitz as well. Like Blitz fucks him specifically because he's curious, right? Like because he's like, oh, okay, like Moxie fucked this guy. There must be something here. I'll give him the time. Like I'll give him a chance, like one time, and then it turns out, yeah, no, like the guy doesn't have anything to offer whatsoever. He just kind of has a brazen attitude and a big dick and like a scammer's energy. And, like, he's interesting as a character in that regard. Like, the way that he intersects with other characters, the way that he preys on insecurities and vulnerabilities, and the way that he sort of becomes a mirror that reveals something about someone else. But he himself is empty, right? Like, that's part of his character, is that he is completely devoid of depth, right? Devoid of meaning, devoid of interest. There's nothing to him, right? He's not interesting. He's not especially fun. He's not deep. He doesn't have much to give or much to offer in any way, shape, or form. He's just this dopey-ass fuckboy, like, jumping from fling to fling, taking advantage of whatever he can take advantage of, and who never, ever, 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 under any circumstances, will grow any kind of self-awareness or consciousness or any kind of self-understanding. He'll just, like, continue thinking with his dick until the day that he dies. And in that sense, Chaz is interesting as a character, right? Like, but as the star of his own thing, I do think he's quite weak. Like, I don't find much of this compelling in any way, because it's just a song about what a fucking dipshit he is. And it's like, yeah, we knew that. That was the point of his character already. We have explored the extent to which he's a piece of dipshit since the moment he first came on screen. So for me, this thing doesn't really illuminate anything. It doesn't give me anything to really go on. It doesn't tell me anything new about the character. It's just, yeah, what if he also did like a Lonely Island style shitty sex jam where he does bad pickup lines and talks about what a sex god he is? And so for me, this is like, there's not much to this. There's not much for me to sink my teeth into here. I also am not really a huge fan of the beat. I think it's very, like, it's not my style of music, for one thing, but it's also just like, it doesn't go anywhere, right? I'm more of the musical theater persuasion when it comes to Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss music. This is more of a sort of, like, slow club grinder kind of situation, and it's not particularly compelling as that, in my opinion. But again, not my genre. Maybe people who are into the genre will feel differently. And it's presumably, again, supposed to be kind of shit, right? Like, it's supposed to be kind of bad. But one of the things about Lonely Island is Lonely Island always had good production, right? Like, they always have good production. They always have, like, a solid beat. They always have, like, some shit going on. In a way which I feel like Chaz just doesn't really have the charisma to command. Seriously, though, props to whoever the fuck animated this. Like, little things. The way they deal with the heart print on his shirt is actually quite impressive. Like, the way that they're moving. Because those little hearts have to be moved and rotated individually to match his movements. They don't just do the classic thing where it's just like an overlay of a pattern that's like static relative to the animation. Like, they animate the fucking hearts too, which is a lot of effort to go to. This shot is just kind of baffling. Like, it's just like, holy shit, what the fuck is happening here? Fully animating him on ones, and I don't even think they're rotoscoping. Like, I thought that at first, and I'm sure they're using close, like, I would imagine that they're using close video reference, but I don't think it was actually rotoscoped. I think it was... It is rotoscope. Okay, yeah, I guess. Little mouse, could you let go? Thank you. Mostly that the tail is definitely not rotoscoped, because I don't know where they would find something to rotoscope that has that tail. So I was wondering if they just did heavy video ref for it, because like you can't directly rotoscope Chaz onto a human figure that easily, because his proportions are different. I'd love to see a process shot of that. Good compositing on that rotoscope, I will say. It is Tony Raphael, one of the animators, one of the storyboarders dancing. Oh, cool. Yeah, like there's lots of technical skill on display here, right? Like there's lots of good character designs, nice backgrounds, lovely animation as usual from Spindlehorse. But I just don't care for Chaz that much. I like him as a foil for other characters. I don't like him as himself. I'm not interested in Chaz for his own sake. I'm interested in Chaz as something that interacts with other people. I like that he was able to fucking get one over on Crimson, for example. I like that Chaz was able to take advantage of Crimson's like desperate need for money and fool him and run a scam on him. I think that's very fun. But Chaz as Chaz for Chaz's sake, yeah, I'm not interested. I'm sorry. I would prefer that he not he not show up too much for music videos. He's fun as a joke. He's fun as a foil. I don't care about him as a character on his own.